What's up, everybody coming in? I'm still getting a couple things set up, but I'm going to try to bring a bunch of people on, or at least a couple people on tonight, so bear with me while I get them in. I'm also just kind of setting up my chat and everything so I can see what you guys say and all that good stuff. But yeah, that was I don't know anybody else who was on Centroid Ariel's chat, but I guess they changed live streaming. You can't do it from your phone until you have 1,000 subscribers now, which I get what they're trying to do, but at the same time, sometimes ruining it for the many to save it from the few is not the best way to go. That's my feeling, at least. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. It's just, you know, it's going to happen, I guess. They're going to do what they're going to do. Alright, so I'm going to... I think I had Mark's audio going still. Oops. I hope nobody's seeing it. It looks like it's lagging a little bit, doesn't it? It's showing that I'm lagging a little bit. I don't know what anybody else is seeing, if it's lagging at all, but please let me know. Oh, that's cool, Thomas. That's good. Very good. I am doing well, Val. I am doing well. And Val, hold on, let me see here. Let me invite you in as well. Bring you into the mix here. And I don't want to invite Mark in until he's ready, but I'll invite you in, and Val, if you want to come in. You don't see any lagging? Okay, that's good. Yeah, Stephanie, it was good to meet you on there today. Thank you. I'm glad you guys aren't seeing any lag. Sometimes this little live stream health thing doesn't show how everything's doing. But that's good to see that there's no lag. And the reason why it might have some lag is because I have one of my videos kind of playing in the background for you guys. So you have something to wander to, other than just the one picture that usually my head blocks. Hey, thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I try to change things up a little bit every now and then, just so you guys aren't staring at the same thing over and over and over again. And the black box to... No, hold on. This side here. This black box will eventually be filled with other talking faces. It just, it's a matter of time as to when they get in. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. I'm going to invite you in as well, Paul, because I think I have you on here. I believe I do. I've invited you into one of these before, so I should have you as an autofill. There we are. Sent you an invite as well, Paul. Hey, that's fine, Stephanie. No problem. I know it's kind of late on the East Coast there, so, and if anybody is still on that's in the UK or in Europe, more power to you. Yeah, exactly. See, scenery. That's... Yeah, I will try to get Philly Mike. I had his email at one point in time. I'll have to get it when he comes in. Val, I don't think I emailed it. I actually just sent it right through Hangouts. So, if you give me a second here, I can try to email it to a couple of you guys. I'll try to email it to you. Sometimes that's just better. Oh, Thomas, yeah, that's right. You're in Ireland. Yeah, dude, you are a trooper, man. Yeah, that's the last time I was up at 3 in the morning. I don't remember very much of it, if you know what I mean. Alright, so let's see. Oh, what's this? I got something else coming up. Okay, I'll have to email it to you guys. It's really slow on email for some reason when you're already streaming. So I'll get it. I'll get it to you guys as soon as I can. I got Rogers so far sent. Now I'm gonna get Val's sent. It just for some reason, whenever you are streaming, email is just like really tries to give up on you. It's rough. All right, now I'm sending yours, Val. Hey, Drone Worship, what's up, Dan? How you doing? And let's see here. I got Val sent. Okay, now. I'm gonna have to write yours down, Paul. Hold on a second, guys. I know this is really great video here. Watching me write stuff down and get people in here, huh? Oh, it looks like I got somebody coming in. Hey, how's it going, Val? Me? Yep, that's you. I got you coming in. I'm trying to, oh, hey, maybe I need to, actually make the Hangouts actually get you there.
Jeez, Russ. Do you see me?
I see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine, Russ.
Okay.
I don't see your picture.
Oh, you won't be able to see my
picture.
That's
okay.
You probably won't be able to see my picture. But let's see here. Go ahead and say something really quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have your audio. For some reason, I don't have your face on here, so nobody can see you yet. Sometimes this stuff is just easier to just redo.
Good luck. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay. Bye.
Val, if you can send, do you have Paul's email? Paul Murray's email?
Yes, I do.
If you can send him a link for me, I would love that.
Okay. Okay, I can do that.
Cool.
Gonna copy that. Copy.
Okay, now everybody's gonna see a very large Val face there. Hold on, we'll get this adjusted.
Everybody loves that.
Alright. And
why can't I find Paul Murray on here?
There we go. Okay, so I think I got you on there. I got your audio. Everything's good there. Yay! No, I know you couldn't see Val, Roger.
Hi.
But now you guys can see Val. I don't know. Sometimes nothing works until you redo it.
I don't think anyone can.
Okay, I'll send it. It's just it sometimes takes a really long time for this thing to go through here. Here, I'm gonna put his email on camera for every. No, I'm just joking. He probably wouldn't mind.
Every Paul is sometimes hard to get to. But you can hear me okay, huh?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see me now. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It takes a little while.
So
For some reason, when you are doing it on OBS, it adds a little bit extra of a delay,
yeah.
I guess, or something. Oh, I don't know. And then I don't know if. Hey, Drone Bum, no problem. We'll talk to you guys later. Yes, everybody coming in. Thank you guys for coming in so much. Sorry, I was getting stuff set up for a little bit there, but I'm now here. I was not able to kind of give my thoughts on what you guys were talking about before uh, with the with the whole 1,000 subscriber thing. You know what?
Right.
Not being able to stream on your phone unless you have 1,000 subscribers or something. My view on that is sometimes to save from the very, very few, taking away from the many is not the best thing to do. So that's just my. I think they made a mistake there. But
Yeah.
there. Okay.
But one thing I learned about YouTube, it's always something.
Yeah.
Right?
It is. It's always something. But, you know, sometimes you can't help everything. Sometimes you just got there's things that they're going to it's their platform. And we all say it so many times, but at the same time that's really what it is. It's their platform. They're going to do
Right.
what they wish with it. Just like if it was your platform and you know you wanted to change something about it, I guess you could. Oh, so how has your day been, Val? Anything interesting happened today so far?
No, it's been on so many live streams today.
Yeah, there
I
has
can't
been.
believe it.
Oh, and I guess
So
Ken Heron had some issues with his. Although there
did he?
was no I guess slamming of controllers or anything happening today, so oh, Facebook did it too. Hey, maybe it's something that everybody is requiring them to do. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's ever since in the Netherlands. We're going to see a lot more. Every time something happens, we see restrictions.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. Yeah, I know he lost. I when I checked on his stream, it seemed like they were back up and running, but they were doing the news like 30 minutes into his stream rather than the 10 minutes in that he usually does or something. But
so
okay, now I'm gonna get out of as many things as I can. So is the stream doing okay for you, Val? Everything looks good. It's showing that it's green for me, so but it's also like
your Sandy Point video, by the way, Russ.
You like it?
Well, Sandy Point is so beautiful anyway.
Oh, it is. It's amazing. Yep.
So you did a nice job on it. It's funny to see all the piers like out of the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, that water is supposed to be 10 feet deep, like at the bottom. It's 10 feet below level right now.
I bet.
It's really weird. Like if you,
they're not expecting a drought here, are they?
No, they're not expecting a drought. They're expecting a lot of snow melt. So what they do is before the snow all melts, they lower the water level at the dam on the Priest River. And so that the lake can kind of fill as it just starts flooding to where then they don't have flooding downstream on the river. They can kind of just slowly release it over time and let the water level come back up. That's what they kind of do. But it's really weird because you look at everybody's docks and there's like a dock and it's just like nothing underneath of it, like 8-foot tall dock. And then like the dock ends and it's like 3 more feet before the water starts. It's just kind of weird.
Robert Stanton, nice night here.
Let's see here. Can everybody
Bye,
else
Grumpy
hear
Rob.
Val okay? I want to make sure everybody can hear her. Because
Well-
every now and then you're getting like that, you know, that computerized voice that people get every now and then. Every now and then you're getting that for me, but that might just be in my headphones or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting that for me too.
Am I?
Yeah, a little bit. No valid Thomas. Thomas from Ireland.
no
Yeah,
Val
I'm
echo?
eating this sugar-free ice cream. And I gotta tell you something. This sugar-free ice cream sure isn't as good as regular ice cream.
Well, it's sugar
Hey,
free.
Ricky Dove. How you doing, darling?
Sugar-free ice cream is
Yeah.
like not. You might as well not even eat ice cream, right?
I got all my doctor tests back, so now I have to be really careful.
Oh, yeah. He told you that you
You
weren't
know-
being as good as you should be.
Yeah, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. Oh my God. I've been doing a whole month, going into my fifth, and it doesn't seem to be helping the way it used to. So I think it's, age combined with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So
When
yeah,
the doctor
we all got our
always,
stuff, don't we?
Oh yeah. Well, the doctor whenever they ask me like, "Oh, are you getting exercise and all that stuff?" and I always say, "Yeah, every time I get in my car, I walk to it." So Thomas, I am using OBS. It's a online broadcasting software. It's free to download. I mean, I think if you just search Google for it, you can find it. It's pretty nice, but for some reason, and I think this is more my bandwidth than anything, I got this really incredible, like, upgraded bandwidth and stuff a little bit ago. But when they upgraded my system or whatever when they upgraded my service, it got worse. It did not get better. My upload speed is slightly better, but my download speed is like a third of what it used to be. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, Thomas.
So he's about your actual.
Yeah. So my actual editing software. Yeah, I think I use, well, for most of my videos, I've used Power Director on your phone for like 95% of my videos. But for the last 6 or 7, I've used Power Director 17 on the actual computer, and there's a lot more I can do with that. So that's why you've seen a little bit more, detail and a little better. I'd say, at least I feel like a little better quality lately. By the way, Paul or Roger, did you guys get my email to come into the chat at all? I just wanted to see if you guys got the email or not. Because it was taking a long time to send, so I don't know if it got sent correctly. Yeah, but yeah, so I've been kind of messing around with this, Val, and this video, one thing I messed with that editing software was doing the beat detection, where it detects like when the music, certain, I guess, the pentameter of the music, if that makes sense, and it actually measures when the beats are gonna hit, and then it automatically will help you have points where you can set a transition on your video. So that's why, like, if I was playing the music, which for some reason when I play music and I have music properly licensed on my actual videos, everything's good. But then if I play anything with music on it on my live streams, some other company that I didn't buy the music for or pay the music. Lost your camera for a second there. Some other company that I didn't pay for the music from. I mean, I licensed this music and everything. Some other company claims the music every time, and I have to go fight it. And I've won, but it's literally like the last 4 or 5 live streams that I've played music, I've had to fight a copyright claim. And I don't just let them sit there and be like, oh, well, nothing's going to happen, but this person's allowed to monetize your video. No, I'm always like, no, I'm going to keep my video mine, and I will fight them for it. What's up, Roger? How's it going?
Right.
Not too bad, not too bad. Can you hear me good and everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear
me, Roger?
Yeah.
Yay.
I just don't see your picture there, Russ.
Oh, yeah,
I just
you
don't
won't
see
see my picture because I have it. I guess I probably could actually use my other camera, maybe. Let's see here. Unless I break the internet here. But I don't. But
Roger,
yeah, my camera's being used for my OBS. No, it's because of how I have the picture, I think. Set it. I don't think I set it in the.
It's okay.
exact spot.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hi.
Hey, Roger. I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, I was going to call it an early night.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you don't get away that
How's
easy,
everybody in the
Roger.
chat?
Remember what I
Silver
said,
Lady,
Roger.
Thomas O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be on here until 3 a.m. your time with me tonight, right? I think that's what we said, right?
Dear Paul.
Oh, wow.
We don't hear Paul.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't hear.
I
You can?
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't come back in.
I don't know how long I'll be.
You're back, guys.
Is kicking me.
Because what?
The cold is kicking me pretty good.
It's sounding like it is. When did you get that?
Well, I went to the had my teeth cleaned, and long story short, the girl that went to help a lady unlock her car came back in and started working on me, and I woke up that night with a sore throat. And then I got to thinking about it. Took and then changed them, and she just started working.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you sound really different, Rod or Paul. Gosh, I'm about to call you other names. I just don't recognize you so much.
Yeah, it's kicking me pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't recognize you, Paul. Do you see Russell's little picture there?
It looks like a surfboard with a big dot. It reminds me if it had arms. What was that? What was that?
Hi, Dennis.
What was that game show that was To Tell the Truth, or was it?
Hollywood Squares?
No, it was before that. They had looked like that surfboard bottom with the round head, and then it had arms on it. And it was like the three guys had to answer questions, and the panelists tried to guess who they were. How'd you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
We're talking
I can't remember.
back in the 60s.
Mr. Drone Boy. Oh, Mr. Doughboy is getting his first drone tomorrow.
Ooh, that's cool.
Congratulations, Paul.
Was it to tell the truth?
No.
I was going to say that. But
You know, Kitty Carlisle was on the piano,
Yeah.
and they got so many guesses, and every time they guess, remember they flip over that card, say, you know, you got this many left, and they go through the panel and ask questions.
blank memories.
Family Feud?
No, way before that.
Oh. Okay.
Russell, you probably weren't even born yet, right?
It wasn't I've Got a Secret, right? It's
maybe that was it. I Got a Secret. Because they'd introduce them on the show one at a time, but they'd have three of them at a back screen. You couldn't see their faces. It says, might say I was a stewardess on Air Force One for President so and so, and I traveled the world in military service, whatever. And then they come out and sit down on behind the three different cubicles.
It's tell the truth. That's it.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mr. Doughboy, 356. Did you guys see what YouTube just did?
Yes.
I heard about it. We heard about it. Yeah.
All right, sorry guys, I'm gonna move you guys around a little bit here.
Okay.
Because the video was making it lag too bad, I think, is what was going on. So.
Well, I'm used to seeing it this way because we're in little boxes at the bottom, and then we just pop up as we talk.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Right?
you're putting more squares up. Nice.
Yeah, I'm making everybody bigger a little bit, and I'm just giving up on a couple things here.
Okay.
Because now I can hear you guys better. Everything's not buggy and
Right.
laggy,
That's
and
a good
it
point.
looks like everybody else was seeing it
it
lag
was-
and stuff as well. So
Probably
Yeah.
taxing the problem and it wasn't you; it was taxing the internet.
yeah, I think it's not my computer, because my computer was only running at like 50% of the CPU. But
Ashley.
Yep.
Sorry, Hadley's in the house.
hey, Hadley, what's up? What is up? How are you doing?
So I think Dennis went, oh, I've got a secret. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So Dennis, I thought was going to bed, but are you going to stay for a while, Dennis? And then Tom is not lagging, but sound from Val and Paul not great. Lots of.
It could be my froggy voice on my end.
Yeah, Paul's voice is definitely different, everybody, and it's not because of that's not my computer's fault.
It's a cold, yeah.
Oh,
I wish we could just click and fix it. Wouldn't that be nice?
oh, wouldn't it? Well, if you need to go, Paul, because your voice is hurting or something, feel free. I'm not going to hold you on here longer than about 30 minutes against your will. But
I will. I'll stay for a little bit, but if I feel like I need to go, I will just say, "Hey guys, I've got to go," and then I'll do as graceful an exit as a big guy like me can do.
Okay. Yeah, you got no color in your face there tonight, Paul. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was DU Recorder was the workaround, the 1,000 subscriber thing.
yeah. Paul kind of looks like Shaggy on Scooby-Doo, like right when he and Scooby see the bad guy for the first time, like the ghost or whatever. Oh, like Zoink Scoob! Like...
Oh. I am sorry you're sick, darling.
Yeah, poor Paul.
Yeah, it just it hit me when I was home, and all of a sudden I started getting a sore throat about midnight that night, and then I started thinking, well, how I went to the dentist in the morning, had my teeth cleaned, and wow, just wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, so it was the dentist who did it? Was the lady or guy coughing in your mouth or something as they were cleaning your
Now
teeth?
here's the long story short. I'm sitting there, and the dental hygienist is cleaning my teeth. Okay, and we hear this car alarm going off, bump, 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 and it went on forever. And finally, the dental hygienist went over and looked out the window, and there was a lady out there frustrated with a brand new van with the thing going, and her dog's in the car barking, and so finally she says, and there's nobody there helping her. So she says, well, I'm going to go out and take care of this. I'll be right back. So she went out. I heard the door open somewhere else in the office, and she went out, and sure enough, she fixed the situation, came back in, sat down, and went to back working in my mouth. And I didn't think at the time about it. Only when I got sick did I start thinking, what happened? How could that she never changed her surgical gloves. For the meantime, she was handling the key fob and the door and everything else outside.
Oh.
So, Paul, there is something that Hadley said. He goes, go get it checked because his turned into pneumonia. I got the same sore throat and cold.
Yeah.
And mine turned into bronchitis. And that's
Yeah.
how I re-broke my rib again. So be really careful.
I've had those. I've had both of those before. So, yeah, I know. And I was told by the doctors then that I am susceptible to get them. Once you get them, you can get them again
Right?
very quickly. Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
No problem.
Hadley says, send me a link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can send you one, Hadley. Absolutely, Justin. Hold on a second. Let me get my email back up. Well, that stinks, Paul. Man, I wish I hate it when I'm sick. I haven't had my son hasn't brought a cold home from daycare in like 2 months now. So we've been really lucky.
I had been doing fairly well. The sad part is, though, I don't want to go and complain call and complain because the dentist and I went to grade school and played hockey together and went to high school together. And he's always been a long-term friend of mine. And now he's getting ready to retire. And this is at his practice that this happened.
Yeah. Well,
I sent them a link. I sent them a link to Hadley.
Oh, thank you, Roger. Appreciate that. I was just bringing up my email and stuff. I hope the stream is looking better for everybody. It seems to be doing better on my end. My little stats that show me, but
well, the only thing going on as far as the live stream right now is, and maybe it's just me, but when you talk, Russell, all I see is a circle with like a stick figure. I don't see your camera's not on.
Oh yeah. On Hangouts, that's because my camera is actually being used by the broadcast program. So
okay, so you can't use it.
Yeah, so I'm not able to. I was hoping I could use it in.
Library cover.
I thought maybe there was a way for you to switch and not use your regular broadcast camera. Just use the camera on your computer instead, you know.
Hi, Thomas.
Yeah, I might be able to actually do something here to where you guys can see me. But what you're going to see is you're going to see the stream with my face kind of on it. So,
no, you're actually perfect, and whoever's talking pops in, and when you talk, you're over there like almost the OBS screen where you're in your own box and somebody else is over here.
Yeah, stay in your box, Russ.
My wife says the same thing to me at least twice a day. Oh, maybe I should move that a little bit, though.
Tomas Sullivan, thank you very much, and we will talk to you downstream later.
Yeah. Night, Rick Halper.
All right, so I think I got. I don't know how. And Mark has the same issue with the little button showing up on his stream. I swear, one of these days I'm just going to give up on this OBS thing every now and then and just go back to the Hangouts thing and just
right.
Because sometimes new school doesn't necessarily beat old school; it's just different.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to add the bells and whistles, but when the bells and whistles aren't working in harmony, it can be a headache. Yeah,
and the same thing. We did the same thing with our drinking water coolers at work. We had these. The company that we got water coolers from came out with this nice new cooler that had all these bells and whistles. It had like LED lights that would turn on when people would get water, and then it had all this different stuff. But the problem is one of the LED lights would go out, and they'd be like, well, when I'm getting water, that light is dimmer. And that's what we would get a service call about. And it's like, we have to go somewhere to fix it, because one of the two LED lights coming in from the side would go out. And it's like, man, those aren't necessary. But that's what we had to go. So we finally went to this other one, and it's so much more durable, way less problems, but it doesn't have the LED lights so you can get water in the middle of the dark at your workplace.
Yeah, well, that's because the people that are using your machines, they're used to a certain thing, and if it's not quite right, and it may not have anything to do with the water, it's like if you went in there and put a big scratch on the front.
are using
your machines.
Oh,
Why is this not working? There we go. Sorry about that.
hey, what's up, Justin?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Hey, Justin, how are you doing?
I'm getting over
I can't
my
hear
nasty.
Justin now.
You can't hear me?
I'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Ro-
no.
Roger has a thing where if he's already in the hangout and somebody else comes in, he can't hear him for some reason. It's really weird.
Oh,
Let's
crazy.
hang on. Okay, I'll be right back.
Actually,
Yeah, no problem, Roger.
Mr. Boy, you can use your DSLR camera with OBS.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to choose it.
Yeah, I've been really wanting to find a way to use my GoPro on OBS. Although that might break things even. I don't know. That goes back to what Paul was saying about don't complicate things more than, because I already
It's
have
delayed.
2 cameras.
The GoPro is very delayed.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Have you tried it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you try to feed it from USB, for some reason it's slow.
Okay, because that's what I was gonna
I don't
do
know.
is feed it from USB, and well,
Yeah.
now I don't need to. But
Oh man, my head is so shiny. I need a hat. I'm like blinding everybody.
Very nice. Hi, Summer.
They say hi, Summer.
oh hey, yeah, there she is. Hi, Summer.
She's like hi, bye. It's been a long day.
oh, I almost didn't make it back in time. I had a semi-long day, and it was interesting. Half of it was at a tire shop. So
Thank you. Oh yeah, same here. Really?
yeah,
I had to go buy new wheels and tires for my truck.
same.
Oh, it was
That's what I did.
$2,300. It was awesome.
Ooh. I didn't quite get those ones. I got the
No.
$890
I got-
ones or whatever.
Yeah, it was a credit card, so I got a new payment every month.
Nice.
And we had no choice. The brand new truck with the tires that we had on it
Mhm.
was shaking so bad driving down the freeway. Like you put something in the center, it would shake out of the center console like a cup.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, and it's a brand new truck. Horrible.
Really?
Mr. Doughboy, I did the Canon T6i when I was doing OBS. I have the SLR now, but SL2. But what I had to get to make it work was something called Camlink. So I had to have something that went between the camera and
Ricky
my computer
Dove.
to make it work.
What's going on, Ricky Dove? How's it going? Rick Halber.
I'm sorry.
Nice to see you in here, bud.
Am I always eating nuts when I come on here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know what you were eating, but yes, I will answer that question with yes.
Oh, so I got something really cool for my sponsor.
Oh yeah, what was
Yay.
that?
Yeah, I got a full-size Crossfire.
Oh,
What?
nice.
What's that?
That is for long range. Yeah, I went flying with him. When did I go flying with Sean? Sunday?
No. Yes.
Sunday I went flying with him. And
Yeah, Sunday.
I was feeling like crap. And all my long range stuff has been pissing me off lately. I just have been over it, like done, you know.
Yeah.
And he's all, I have something for you. And I was all, huh? And he's all, yeah, I got something for you, Justin. I was like, okay, cool. And he pulls out a little bag and he's like, here. And I'm like, I have like 5 of those. That's not going to do me any good. It's a receiver, right? And he's like, yeah, but read it. And I was like, oh, it's diversity. Long range diversity receiver? Okay. I open it and it's like a little teeny tiny receiver thing with 2 Immortal T's on it. And I was like, well, I don't have my Crossfire that I have now. It's the junior module. It doesn't want to work. It's been pissing me off. And he's like, oh, I know. Here. And he hands me a box. And I'm like, dude, I can't afford that. I don't have any money. And he's like, don't worry about it. You can pay me when you can pay me, if you can ever pay me. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm tired of hearing you have problems. Just get out there and get those long range flights in. You're an amazing pilot. And you're like being bottle capped right now, bottlenecked. And I want to see you expand your everything. And you're working on the 107. And I just want to see when you have the 107, if you want to build a big camera drone, you can build a big camera drone and have multiple receivers on it with this Crossfire. You can have, sky's the limit with that. And I was like, okay, thank you.
Nice.
I fucking teared up. I was tearing up. I can't.
That's
you know,
awesome.
I don't know what to say sometimes. Like I just very thankful. You know, very very thankful. And I still haven't even hooked it up yet. I've been feeling like shit. You know, sorry guys, I've been feeling so bad lately because of the walking pneumonia and everything. Like it started out as bronchitis, they thought, and it just like when you go in and they are constantly hooking you up to a nebulizer, you know it's bad.
Yeah.
Consistently, like I was breathing treatment every hour on the hour.
Man, how's the 107 going for you so far there, Justin?
Well, I've redone the first 3 modules because I can't really remember much because I've had such a high fever.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and restart and do it all over again when I'm feeling better. Because being sick, just I am so cloudy. Like I haven't even been able to take any of my pain medicine because I can't breathe.
Can't concentrate. Yep.
Yeah, no focus, no concentration situation. You know.
Yeah, it's well. The thing is going over it again isn't gonna hurt you. So
No, it will help.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the longer I take my time, the more efficient I'll be, right?
Yep, exactly.
I just don't want to waste. I just don't want to waste my my time going to go take that test, you know, and be having to deal with getting a refund or whatever from or whatever the droning training thing is. What is that called?
Oh,
I can't even remember. My brain is fried right now, guys.
Are you doing Pilot 101?
Yeah, droning. Yeah, Pilot 101. This thing. Yeah, remote. That's it. Yep. Where you use Ed Herring or Herring 18 to get the discount. Yeah, that's the one.
Hey guys, I'm gonna call it a night.
Roger, have a wonderful night, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Roger, you got You got 4 hours and 15 minutes left, man. I don't know what you're doing. You're leaving me early. Yeah, that's fine. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Roger.
Have a good evening, Roger.
Tomorrow morning.
I'm not too far behind you, Roger.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't know how long my voice is gonna last.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Roger. See you tomorrow, buddy.
Chat.
Yeah. So since I've been so sick, I've just given up on the siesta or the hiatus. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I need some sort of routine back in my life, and I've been stuck in a bed. Like it's horrible.
Oh,
you haven't got much of a choice when you're like I'm up and everything today, but man, the past week has been I'm like this, shivering. My wife's yelling at me, we need to go to the hospital, we need to do this and that, and I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay curled up in a little ball.
The last cold I had, it was one of those, I don't know what it was. It was just a regular common cold. It wasn't flu or anything like that, but man, it was one of those things where it's like you have like kind of like a scratchy throat one day, and then you wake up the next morning and you're just like no voice, nothing, and it was just like that for like almost like a week, and then it just took like 3 more weeks to slowly get better. It was horrid.
I've never ever lost my voice before, unless I was like at a concert yelling or something along those lines. This is my first time actually experiencing my voice going from a cold. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually lose it every single year during allergy season, which is my eyes are starting to get itchy. It's starting right now, so 2 weeks from now, you guys might be dealing with 13-year-old boy Russ talking like this and go back down and this.
Sound like me, yeah.
I know with my bronchitis, my doctor, because I was losing my voice so bad, he said I was on silence. I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone or anything.
I remember. And
you said that's all you have to do. 3 days. Yeah.
You listened to him for about 2 days or something, if I remember correctly.
I think a couple hours.
Yeah.
I think it went pretty long.
My dog is demanding my attention.
It is so hard to puff on this thing right now. My body is screaming for nicotine.
Well, Russell, Justin, and Val, I think it might going to exit stage right.
Yep.
Love you, Paul.
Love you guys too,
Paul,
and thanks, Russell.
No problem. Hey, I hope you feel better in the morning, man.
Well,
yeah,
I do.
Well, man.
Oh.
Okay.
Lots of
gang.
medicine. Lots of medicine. If you start feeling crappy, Paul, go to the doctor.
Hey Val, I will. The last thing I see before I go and kick back was
Hmm?
Val. Thank you so much for wagging your tail at me there. Okay.
Hey, anytime. You know, anytime.
Paul,
And my back cheap.
Paul,
Yeah.
Summer said you need lots of fluids. She said
Yeah.
she wants to see you drinking water.
Lots
Lots
and
of
lots.
water. Lots of
Thanks.
water.
Thanks, gang. I will talk to everybody again, hopefully soon.
Yep.
Okay.
Good night.
See you, Paul.
Night.
Bye bye.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
The
when
reason people are dropping.
when
Dropping
he
like flies,
yeah,
man. I'm
when
telling
he
you.
first came on, I was about to start grabbing my headphones and start going like, "What's going on?" And then you started talking Val again, and I was like, "Well, her voice sounds right. What's going on with the?" And then I started thinking it was everything was lagging. What's happening? But it's definitely he sounds like a different person.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
My
When-
voice has been like this all for like a week. This morning when I woke up, I had like trying to talk to people at the automotive dealership. I was like, they're not even listening. They don't even care. Like I was getting so mad. Nobody would hear me.
I when
And you
Paul,
feel like crap, you know? You're like, God,
Yeah.
you pay attention to me.
Man, I can see you in there now. Why don't you guys love me? Why?
No, it's like I pick up the trash can and throw it down the hallway. They pay attention then, don't they? I plead the fifth. I did not do that. I did. The guy wasn't listening, so yeah. Like
Well, it's hard when you're limited on your funds to all of a sudden have to turn around and get
uh-huh. Yeah, you have to get a shop card,
for
credit
a
card that you just bought 6 months ago.
That's
Brand new.
crazy.
It's
a
a
brand new-
2019, brand effing new Colorado,
How
Chevy Colorado, fully loaded,
that should
fully
be
loaded.
How many miles
I
have
don't
you
wanna-
put on it?
Only like 7,000.
Dude,
No,
that-
17,000. Excuse me, 17,000.
That's still
We put
those tires should
17,000,
last
yes.
longer than 17,000.
We drive it 200 miles a day.
Oh.
Every day it gets driven 200 miles. So, and it's we have off-road tires on there, off-road wheels, because we live out here in the boonies.
Mhm.
And now I've had to take those off and put the stock rated wheels and tires on there, and that is not cheap when you have to do that, because that don't come free, you know. I bought the truck with the aftermarket crap on it, so I had to go back to the dealership and buy the stock crap. I was pissed. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I still have to make payments. I'm gonna be making, I think it's $100 a month for like 22 months or something like that.
Mm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It might be 2 years, you know, so they got to get their interest in the end.
True. Yeah, the tires that I got, they were just like I said, they were $900, just standard, 32s or whatever. But the tires that I had on there before were, you know how like they say like stick a penny or a quarter or something like that in the tread, and if you can
It's a
see,
nipple.
is
It
it?
depends on the year too. Depends on the year of tire as well, like the date code on them.
Yeah.
So if the date code is over 5 years old, you've got to change them. If you have tires that are over 5 years old, they will blow out on you on the freeway.
Oh yeah, these tires
might-
they weren't that old. I go through mileage
Yeah.
before I go through years. But
Yeah, right. I think we all do.
yeah, but I didn't like the tread on the tire in the middle area on. I think it was on my front tires because they had the better ones on the back from when I got them rotated or whatever. There was like
overinflated.
almost no tread left on
In
the
the
front
center?
tires in the center. Yeah,
In the center?
yeah,
Yeah, it's overinflation.
yeah.
You had too much air pressure in them.
That's possible.
Yeah, and then if you have too low of air pressure, it'll wear on the outside edges. Yeah,
What are you doing under there?
yeah. You know, I had to deal with that stuff every day.
Yeah. Well, that's right, because you worked at
man.
a tire place or whatever for a while.
Oh no, I was I was a mechanic,
Oh,
automotive mechanic or technician. Yeah, got all that stuff. 17 years, man. 17 years of doing that every day.
That's a lot.
Yep. Nice. You get sick of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you don't want to work on nothing after all that time.
The crazy part is when I was in there, it was literally like a couple hours of people would come in, and they're coming in at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they're like, hey, I brought my tires and I need you guys to do my tires today. And the guy's like, well, we're like 2.5 hours out because we got all these other cars that we need to finish because people are picking it up by the end of the day. So we have to get those ones done. We can't put them off. And they're like,
where'd you go, to Schwab's?
No.
Did you go?
Perfection is where I go. I know the guy who owns it really well and everything.
Yeah.
So I've been going there for a long time. But the people
I'm not a Les Schwab fan. I'll just say that right now. I worked for Les Schwab for years. I do not suggest anybody going to Les Schwab.
I don't like the fact that if you go to get brake pads done, they want you to change out your calipers and everything.
Don't forget the master cylinder too.
Yeah, even though
It's
really it's like
most retarded. It's the most retarded place.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into it. Is not the way you treat your customers.
Yeah, I was just like, well, turn the rotors. The calipers are fine. I just need brake pads. Oh, we can't certify them and back them that way. I'm like, I don't care if you back them or not. That's what I want done. Nope, we won't do it.
And they won't. Nope.
Yeah,
they
so
won't.
I'm like, okay, well, I'll find somebody who can.
Yeah, it's like $400 when you go in there for front brake pads. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, when it should be like 100, 120. Depending upon
At
what.
the most.
Like if you want to
At
get
the
nicer
most.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want lifetime warranty through the dealership that you went to or something, be like 140. On a truck, like a pickup truck. I'm thinking like a 2500. To be about $150 for front pads.
Yeah.
And the rotor turn and everything. And I don't like the machines that they use. I don't like the equipment that they use there. There's a lot of they're outdated. I mean, for like an older vehicle, it's really a good place to go to. But if you have something new and it's time for the new brakes, do not take your car there. Do not.
Yeah.
Because you're taking OEM stuff and putting aftermarket crap on it. Do not do that.
I've had them fix flats and stuff in random places, and they usually do pretty good at that. But I mean, you're putting a plug in a tire. Most everybody can do that. So
exactly. If you go there for tires, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like the only thing I would ever let it slide. If my wife went there, I'd be like, you went for what? Tires? Okay. It was the best place in town to get the price. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, and they got a list of stuff that we need fixed too. Okay, yeah, huh?
Yeah. What the worst tire place, well, and I think this was more just this store, but the worst place I ever went to was I think it was an Alton's Tire is what it's called, or Alden's Tire. I don't know. It's one of the local ones here, but in front of this store, and it happened to me twice. In front of a tire store, I ran into a nail on the road twice, and I'm just, could it be random coincidence, or could it be that somebody's like, I need some business, pocket full of nails?
Yeah, that's possible.
But yeah,
exploration obsession. If the person did it correctly to put the wheels on with an impact, which is the way I do it, if they did it correctly and had the settings done correctly, it would not warp your rotor. Now, heat is what warps a rotor. It is extremely hard to warp a rotor with an impact. Just to let you know that. 17 years experience. I've never seen anybody warp a rotor, but I have seen people pull studs and stretch studs and ruin lug nuts with an impact. But rotors being warped is caused by heat, because it's hard to, you can't, it's really hard to explain, because you're with the wheel and the rotor and everything's getting pancaked together. And then the rotor's on the outside from where all the pressure is. So when it's all pressed together, this outer side is not going to actually have any effect from that pancaking that's here. But when you get them hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, like if it's really cold out or you're driving and you're using the brakes a lot, the rotors will warp. And if they're if they're warped too much, then you can't have them turned. So like, yeah. But if it's like a big rig or something, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the whole circumstances. It's just that's what I know.
The worst thing that I've had happen to a rotor was because my brother works with me as well. He got a titanium drill bit, and it scored the rotor really, 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 really bad. Like it got stuck up in there somehow.
Got stuck up in the pad.
Yeah, and it like
just
it's
grinding
like,
as it went around. Yeah.
And of course he drove like a whole day for like 400 and something miles, and then came back and was like, my wheel sounds terrible. And then I drove it. I was like, you drove 400 and something miles to Yakima and back with this?
Yeah, it's like the red sand too, like the lava sand or whatever. Yeah, when they use that, we have this red sand that they use here in the northern Arizona when it's snowing out, and we get people into the shop, and they've got all this crap built up around their brake pad, and their rotor is just effed up because it's covered in this sand and like soot, and their car hasn't been washed in like months, and it's still on there from when they're driving in the snow. Like it's not snowing in Arizona right now, and they're still got their crap on their car. And you ever gonna wash your car, man? Like, you know, it's a good thing to rinse that kind of crap off of there with your hose in your driveway. You know,
is that the same lava rock that they make some of the roads out of, like some of the redder roads or whatever? Yeah. That's that stuff is hard on, you know, it's hard on your stuff, but it's better than salt. It's better than laying down salt and the salt tearing up everything. Oh, salt is so bad up here. I mean, it's literally just.
They use it everywhere, don't they?
Oh, everywhere. The crazy thing is along the sides of the freeways, like you're going along the freeway, and there's just about 8 feet, 9 feet up a tree that is just dead pine needles because of the salt being thrown on it from the roads being plowed. And it's so bad. And then you'll sit there, and if you run out of washer fluid, you've got like a minute and a half before you got to pull over and wipe your window yourself because you're not, like, it just starts getting the smear level after like 3 wiper swashes or whatever, swishes or whatever you want to call it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And then that's like, okay, that's just the beginning. And we're talking 50 years of this.
Yeah.
60 years of this.
Yep.
It's going to be like no plant life's going to live there. Your water table is going to be horrible. Like I could get in. I don't want to get into that. Salt should not be spread all over everything.
We can't use salt down here. If we get a floor, it stays.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I think that's why there's so many accidents down here. When I lived in Maryland, they salted everything.
Yeah. Well, my thing is like, man, it's like the salt flats, you know. Nothing lives there, nothing grows there. I mean, stuff lives there, but nothing grows there.
I can't believe how much the Great Salt Lake is starting to dry up. Like, that lake is different from the last time I saw it, like 10 years ago, when I went through there this year and flew over it. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, there's like a mile of shoreline each direction that's missing.
Yeah, there's a place in Nevada that I saw that was like that one summer, and I went up there. There usually like water would come all the way up to where the road is, and we were there in the wintertime when the water should be really high. There's no dam, there's no nothing. This is just like a basin lake. No, it's like at least a mile to where the shoreline was from where the boat launching dock was.
Yeah.
I'm like, that has to be a bad sign.
Yeah, I don't know what's like. I don't think they use that water for drinking water, do they? Like, there's no way you can desalinize that kind of water. So I don't know what's taking all the water.
Yeah, no, I think it's the water table in the ground is just lowering, so everything else is going down too.
Oh, that's probably true, huh?
Because we're sucking all the water out of the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly, there's pumps going all day long everywhere in the United States. So.
Yeah. It's
like
funny.
Even out here.
Oh, go ahead.
Even out here, we've got a big pump house that's a monster water pump system. And like I was talking to one of the guys that works at the water treatment plant here, and you know, there's only like 800 houses or 900 houses on this strip of road that we live on.
Yeah. And
it's just crazy how he's like telling me how much water they're sucking out of the ground, and I'm like, that is a crap ton. Like and we're in the middle of the desert. He's like, oh yeah, that well's like 700 feet down.
Yeah.
Like 700 feet down in the ground to suck water up? Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, there's the funny thing is we have the opposite problem up here. So there are times of the year where they tell the farmers, please water your fields for this many hours per day because they want the rivers to go down, and they're trying to pump the rivers out a little bit so they aren't having to release so much water or whatever, I guess.
That makes sense. It really does. Yeah. That's cool though. I hate living in the desert for certain reasons, but I do love it for like this summer's coming, so I hate it. You know, wintertime I'm like, I love it. Summer's coming, oh God.
So when I
It's gonna
lived
be
down there in
125
Tucson,
outside.
yeah, when I lived down there in Tucson though, that was one of my favorite places as a kid, like, because, you know, Air Force family, you move every 3 years. But as a kid, that was one of my favorite places. I remember the ants, flying ants. Do you guys get those at all?
Yeah, they're those are what are they called? They're not actually flying ants. It's
It's not termites, is it?
yes, it is termites.
Oh, it is termites.
Yeah, it's a termite. It's a kind of a termite. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I remember going outside.
No ants have wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, that's why I said no, my buddy works for like Northwest Exterminating. He's like, no, those are termites, and I'm like, but it looks like an ant and it's flying. He's like, it's not an ant. Okay.
Crazy.
You know, he must be a specialist. I don't know. I'm
He
not
knows
a bug
more
guy.
than I do. I just know that like my brother would go out there and we would swing bats around out in the air, wiffle bats and stuff, until we started
kill
like, because they never really bit you, but they would kind of pinch you when they would walk around every now and then, and we'd freak out, and then we'd run inside.
Mass destruction.
Yeah. I remember that, and I remember growing watermelons in Arizona. Like, you could grow a watermelon like it was a weed. You just had to give water to it, and the thing would grow. And then running over
That's some
tarantulas.
of the biggest watermelons here. Oh, the tarantulas?
Oh.
I have a couple of them. I got a couple of them that are like pets in my backyard, and then
Yeah.
I have a roadrunner that hangs out in my backyard.
That's cool.
And then what's the other bird that I resuscitated out of our pool summer? A woodpecker.
Oh yeah.
So I've saved a roadrunner, I've saved a woodpecker, and a couple of like little finches because they get in our pool. We have an above ground pool, and they end up in there and trying to drown on us, you know. And I go out there and give them the come on, you know, on their beak, and they come back. They end up like being my homie after that.
What?
It's crazy.
Okay, your wife
I'm
needs
serious.
to film this the next time you're doing this because I want to see
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm serious. I've saved like 4 birds now, 5 birds, 4 birds, 4 birds. Yep, she specified it's 4. I don't know. It seems like a lot, you know. We've lived out here 5 years, and 4 of those summers I've had to save a dang bird of some sort.
Dude, you're like Eddie Murphy. You're like Dr. Doolittle or
No.
something. You're gonna have like some random stray dog show up on your doorstep and start talking to you.
Yep, that we do have that every once in a while because we seriously have had a couple of dogs when they've gotten out of their family's yard. They come here because they get groomed here, and they end up on our front porch like this is their house or something. I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, I'm coming home. There's like a poodle on my front doorstep one day, and I'm like, I know you. You're like, where's your collar? I can't let the dog in because I've got pit bulls in the house, so I have to go through the garage and get the dog in the garage and have my wife get a hold of the owners. But it's cool, you know, at least they show up here and they don't run out into the freeway out there and get hit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
When we moved up to Idaho,
Tell you guys good night. I have to work first thing in the morning.
okay.
I got a late day. But thanks for having me on. That was so sweet.
No problem. Thank you for coming on, Val. Have a good
Oh, I
night.
love it. And again, that Sandy Point vid was very nice.
Yeah, no
What
problem.
I missed?
Oh,
Hey, my sweet Justin.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to say
Bye.
bye, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Yeah?
Yes, yeah. My hiatus is pretty much over. I feel like I've recuperated.
Okay. Really just take care of this pneumonia. Don't let it get any further in you, right?
Yes, ma'am. I haven't been out flying. I've been a good kid. I'm staying in the house. The only thing I did was go fight with the people at the dang dealership today. That's all I've done.
oh,
guys later. Bye, everyone in the chat.
Bye, Val. Take
Sure.
care.
Well,
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
yeah, oh, I was gonna, by the way, tell you, I don't know if you saw me doing my stream yesterday of playing the game or whatever.
Huh.
I'm starting to be able to get more than 3 gates at a time without.
Oh, so you got the throttle thing all figured out.
I'm
then.
starting to, yeah.
Last I had heard, you were having like it was just full throttle. Like as soon as you turn it on, you're like trying to control it with full throttle.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's been a while since I've been on.
Yeah, no, that's fine. When you told me what you had to do last time, that's exactly what I did, and it worked immediately.
Yes.
So yeah, so it worked. I finally got it working after that, and now I've got the my hardest part right now is turning and getting like I can get the
combine swivel. Remember.
Okay.
Back and forth, both fingers. And if you go a little bit too much, just a little bit on the yaw. So what's your camera angle that you're flying at? Do you remember what you set it at?
I don't think I've ever set it. I think I just have it at.
So it's probably at 30 or 35.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it comes at. And I think it's like I can't remember what key it is on Velocidrone, but try to figure out what your camera angle is. The more camera angle more tilt that you're flying, it'll have less pop. So less camera angle and it'll have more lift. So like if you're actually wanting to race, the best thing to do is to crank up that expo on the tune for yaw. For the yaw, the roll, the pitch, put it like 0.4 for your expo when you go in there. Yeah, so try that. That'll actually calm down the stick movement so it's not so jerky.
Okay, because I think that's
you
my
notice
biggest
how it's
problem.
like super like you overshooting it, because you're moving it just a little bit and all of a sudden it's like whoosh, it cuts real hard. Try putting a little bit of the expo on there. Yeah, there's like 3 different numbers that you can add it to at the very end.
Okay. And if I'm wanting to fly a little slower, do I want the camera angle less or more?
Yes, less.
Less? Okay.
Well, yeah, that also has to do with throttle control. Has to do with throttle. You will go slower with lower camera tilt because it's less angle of the drone, but then you're going to be running into throttle control issues where it's not going to stay where you're going. It's going to lift just with a little bit of throttle. It's not going to move forward. It's going to go up. And that's why I was trying to explain to you. You got to find this happy medium of where you like to cruise at, and you've gotten used to the amount of lift it has as well.
Okay.
So like me, when I'm racing, I run at 50 degrees, 45, 50.
Wow.
Sometimes 55, depending on if I'm running a 5S. If I've got high power motors that, the quad can do 150 miles an hour, I can run major camera tilt on that because it still has lift. But yeah, I'm not a good racer. Don't ever think that I'm a good racer. I suck. I break more than
50
I
degrees.
pass
I mean,
through.
you're coming in at like super hot angle there. You're like this.
Yep. Eventually, I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. But I've got like Sean Taylor to look up to. I've got all the guys from Team Flight One that I have to look up to, like all the local professional people. And those guys, like, they're fast. Like, fast. Like, world class fast. And I go and fly with these guys and I'm like, I suck. And they're like, no, you're not that bad. I'm like, I got 3 laps. And they're like, it was only a 2-lap race. And I'm like, oh, I still suck. I don't know. I try to pay attention. I'm not good at racing. That's like my worst thing in the world right there.
I don't know if I'm ever going to really do racing as much as I just want to get into the acro where I can just, do loops and fly around trees and all that stuff. But the racing definitely is helping me have to.
Yes, it will. It will get your control down. You don't have to race, man. You could go out there and just fly. You don't have to go through those gates. Yeah. Just go out there and try to get the feel for it. Like I told you in the beginning, just go and play. If you like going through the gates and you like that challenge, do it. But if you feel like going and you see this, there's some, trees over there, and you're like, I wonder what it'd be like to fly in those trees. Just go for it, dude. Don't even hesitate.
I have a few times when, especially, every now and then I'll get to a point where it's like, you go through a gate this way, and then you have to quickly go through a gate this way, and then go up and then go through the gate over here, and every now and then I'll get one of those where it's like 5-6 times of trying to go through it, I can't get it, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go fly around over there, just fly circles around that building. But
yep. Yes, two-stroke me FPV. You can adjust your rates in Velocidrone. You can. It's a Betaflight based simulator, so it's got the full PID set that you can go and mess with your PIDs. You could go and mess with your tune on your quad, everything.
Yeah, if you go into advanced drone settings, you can literally bring it all the way and hook it up to like your actual drone or whatever, and like adjust it to all your beta settings on your drone and fly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know beta and all that stuff, so I don't want to mess with it. I feel like if I don't even just flip upside down.
I don't even want to tell anybody what my rates are, because everybody's always like, what are your rates? What are your rates? I'm just going to give you a hint. I run the same thing Sean Taylor does, aka Night Fury.
He's got to be pretty fast then, huh?
He's a racer,
yeah.
And I run racing rates for acro, for freestyle.
Oh wow! Well, some of your videos when you're just, I don't know how fast you're ripping along, but you are ripping.
Sometimes
along.
I'm running 45-degree camera tilt on my freestyle quads. So that's most people run like Mr. Steele. I think he runs 25 to 30. Like most people run 30. Like a lot of like the real poppy kind of pilots, like what is it, Johnny FPV or whatever, I think he runs 20, something like that. Yeah, some people run real low rate, like real low camera tilt, and that's just how they fly. That's what they're used to.
Because they're wanting to kind of do more of a cinematic feel to their acro or whatever. Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to cover as much ground and throw down as much as I can in these lines, because when I'm going slow, I feel like I'm like, am I ever gonna get to that tree? God, it's just so slow. Like I've tried 30 degrees a few times, and I'm like, it's too slow. I don't like it. My wife's like, she's like, but it looks so good. You didn't crash, nothing, and I'm like, it's not a challenge.
Yeah. If you're not crashing, you're doing it wrong, right?
Yeah. Well, you're not challenging yourself. You're not like, and I know if I put like 20-degree camera tilt on one of my quads and just went out there and went for like a cinematic, like cruising through the tree gaps and all that stuff. But I'm not, like, people are really interested in that kind of stuff, and I'm not. Like, what is it, chasing cars? Like, I could always go down to we've got a drift track that my family owns. It's not my family, but it's like my adopted family. But they own the drift track. I race every weekend. If I want to go down there, all I got to do is just go, hey, how's it going? And they're like, what are you doing here? Are you here to play or what? Watch? And I'm like, I'm here to fly a drone. They look at me like, seriously? Because I've never been down there. They know I fly, but I don't have no interest in it. Yeah. So like you're probably going to have your own specific things that are really going to intrigue you with FPV, and especially coming from the camera side. I'm excited to see what you're going to be doing in like a year. Like I really am.
Yeah, I think kind of what I have envisioned in my head is what I think my style would be is not just like if I'm making a video acro wise, I'm going to be using my cinematic drone to kind of set up where I'm going to be flying. And then I'm going to be doing and I think I probably am one of those people who is probably going to be a little slower, but I don't want to be floaty. Like I don't want to just float, but I do want to go a little slower. But and just kind of smooth movements or whatever a little bit. But I kind of see that as kind of I would
it's going to change. Man, it's going to change so much.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Once you start hitting your first power loop around something, it's going to change the way you look at everything.
I did that on the racing sim the other night. Like I didn't even mean to. Like I got it and I was like, I started going up. I'm like, let's just try to power loop this, and boom, went right through it. I was just like, dude, that almost works better than trying to spin and turn.
Mhm. There we go. See, your mind is already adapted to the whole. So when you go to do your next power loop, when you get on the sim, once you get upside down, push forward instead of keep pulling back. Try going forward so it brings it back up, and just let off the throttle and go forward and watch how like everything comes to you. You'll see. That's like my pivotal moment for me on a sim was when I was doing the power loops, and I was like, you know what? I'm halfway through it. I wonder what it'd be like if I just keep the throttle cut and go forward. And like everything, like all kinds of ideas expanded from that moment. I was like, God, I could totally do this.
Nice.
You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, so try little things like, not only like just spinning in a yaw spin, why don't you turn it sideways and then do the yaw spin so you're like doing like a crazy orbit thing. It just start messing with it, man. Go way up in the air and just go crazy.
Yeah,
And,
I started doing this. I started getting this one thing down where I would like start a power loop and I'd get upside down and then I would barrel roll, flip or whatever, and come out.
go out backwards.
Yeah.
Yes. Like you're coming out backwards to
Yeah.
fall out of it. Yes,
I don't know if
exactly.
there's a name to that, but I got to a point where now I can just do that, but I'm not going to be able to do it like through a gate. I have to do it
Yes.
like way up in
Yes,
the air.
exactly. Well, and that's the thing is like, dude, I watch these racers, guys, man. They're like amazing pilots. Like, okay, so like Sean Taylor is one of the guys that'll go through a gate. He'll hit like, say it's like a 2-gate setup,
Mhm.
and most people hit the gate and go around and hit the other gate. He's like smooth right through it, like it's nothing, like butter smooth, and everything is just like a one fluid perfect line. It's like racing a car on a track. You got your line, and he's just
Yeah.
hitting it smoothly, like he's got it down. And then I watch other people that are like really like full throttle racers, and they can keep up with him. Their style is so like,
Yeah. So they're
Like,
coming
so-
through it, stop and going like this, stop and going like that. Yeah.
it's well, they're not stopping. It's just like the way they fly is so much more aggressive, but yet they're not faster. They want to be faster. The aggression is there, but they haven't figured out that. And that's the way I fly. I'm out there just aggressively trying to keep up
Mhm.
with my own self. Like I know I can go through this next gate at this speed. I can hit this angle. And I'm like fighting myself the whole time instead of just going out there and being like, I'm driving Miss Daisy and I don't really care. And when I've done that, I've done the best. But it's just so hard to get calm when you're racing. It's like the adrenaline's already there before you even put the goggles on.
Oh yeah. That's the other thing I haven't done. I've flown with my goggles maybe once or twice is all. Because the only one that I can do them with is one of my Hubsons. It's the only one that I can fly with my goggles. So I need to go get. And here's my biggest problem, Justin, is I'm one of those guys that if I have something, I'm going to try it. I'm not going to wait. So
Oh yeah.
if I go get myself like a little whoop or I go get myself an actual FPV drone, I'm not going to sit here on the sim for very much
No.
longer and play around.
No.
I'm going to sit there. I'm going to go. I'm going to be like,
You're not.
it's sitting
You're
right
not.
there.
No.
Sitting right
You are not.
Okay,
And I
I'm
don't
gonna
blame you.
Yeah, I'll go
I
run
would
into a
not
tree.
blame you.
I'm going to Sonny Bono that thing, but
Well, go to the biggest field that you can find.
yeah.
Like the biggest field that make sure you got a beeper on that thing and somebody there with you, so if you do crash they kind of have an idea, because it's grass growing season right now. So I don't know if you guys have grass growing. Like we have, grass is starting to grow everywhere, and I hate it because the snakes are in it here. Oh yeah, it's a good old Arizona. They were talking about the Gila monsters, rattlesnakes, scorpions, tarantulas, everything's out. Look out.
We don't have to worry
Nice.
about that stuff. The worst
Oh,
thing
I know.
worst thing what we have here is hobo spiders, and that's not outside.
Oh.
It's more in your house,
Mm-hmm.
and
I don't
they're
know about the hobos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they pack a punch. They make you sick for a couple of days if they get you.
yeah. I've never
Yeah.
been bit by one.
I have. I got bit right here in the center of my chest, turned into a big old nasty. Yeah. I was camping. He was in my sleeping bag. Didn't know. He'd probably been in my sleeping bag for years. You know what I mean?
The creepiest thing that I've ever seen was when I lived in Arizona. My brother and I went to go because I was 8 and he was 7, but we went to go ride our bikes one day, and he reached under his bike seat and grabbed his bike to flip it and kind of go onto the street, and he like one of the Black Widows had gotten under his seat and crawled onto his hand, and he's like, "What's?" Because he kind of pulled his hand up, like, "What's that?" And he saw the Black Widow, he's like, "Ah!" and just flipped. He never got bit. Never got bit,
lucky.
but he was lucky because he started freaking out, and he was like, ah! Like usually if you make that sudden movement, it's clamping. But
yeah, well, yeah, those things are not cool.
no.
So let's get back to the drone talk. Let's hear about. So what quads are you looking at? What ones are you thinking about getting?
You know, so my wife and daughter got me gift certificate to this local hobby store. It's like a half a mile down the road, and everything's more expensive at these hobby stores.
But you got to support your local people.
Correct.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go probably get just like a whoop or something from in there because they have a lot of that stuff. They don't have as much, like, I should say, materials to build your own quad. And if you did buy it, you might as well buy a kit because it's going to cost $200 for the amount of materials to build a quad, where you could probably get it online for 100, 110 or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about Chameleon as being good. I've thought about that as far as my first like real regular quad, but I'm not sure. I'm really open. I haven't even thought about that. I've only thought about getting the whoop and just kind of getting used to actually not just doing a simulator, but flying with a real controller.
Yeah. The only thing that I could suggest is do your research about the stuff. What you pick is your pick because that's going to be your build. Like I'm not into like steering somebody buy this. I'm not really into that. If I know that it's garbage though, I'm going to say, hey, that's not. I wouldn't buy that. Keep looking.
Yeah.
Keep looking, and then I always get the what should I build? Tell me what I need to build, and I'm like, man, oh my god, this is not what this industry is about. It's not point and shoot. It's figure it out and enjoy yourself. It's a hobby, like because building a 5-inch drone is not cheap. Building a 3-inch drone is not cheap. Even the tiny whoops are not too bad.
Yeah.
You can be about $80, $100 into one, and most of the stuff's decent as long as you don't buy like knockoff stuff from like eBay or something. Make sure you get it from like your hobby shop that you're gonna go shop at. It's gonna be legit stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah. He's got good stuff in there. It's just I've looked at what he sells it for, and then like let's say. Let's say like some kind of motors or whatever. He's got them listed at $30 a piece, where you can find them for $17. Online.
Okay.
So he's almost double.
If you need a deal on stuff, I am sponsored.
Yeah.
Hint.
Yeah. Nice.
If you need a deal on stuff, I have stuff.
Cool. I might do it, and I think I'm gonna do what Jerry Calverley is saying. Like when I start out, I might not get a Chameleon right away or something. I'm gonna probably get something that I can beat the hell out of.
So my biggest suggestion for frame with your first one, get a lifetime warranty frame. Definitely. I recently just sold my lifetime warranty frame that I started out. Well, it wasn't my first quad. I built a Martian, broke the hell out of it. I bought a Wizard, had to replace all the carbon to that thing a few times. And then I got Wise and I went and bought a Rooster. The new Marmot is BA. It runs a 5.5 prop from Armenton. And I can get those. I'm not going to say how much I can get them for, but I can get you a better deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll get you hooked up, man.
Okay.
Go shop at healingfpv.com. That's my sponsor. And use coupon code Hadleys, and you get a discount. And if it's not enough discount, I can get you more discount by buying it myself from them.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I'm excited, but I think what I need to do though is not get anything yet, because like I said, I'll be too itchy to get that thing in the air. So I'm trying to keep myself on the sim for a little while. Still, I want to spend at least a month on the sim, if not maybe a little more than a month on the sim. I want to be able to go through that sim and feel confident that I'm not going to crash if I go a comfortable speed on the sim, because right now,
Oh God, when you pick up a real drone, it's never gonna feel the same. The only thing that's gonna be the same is what it does when you tell it to, but like everything else is gonna be so disorientating because it's real life. You're gonna be like this. The adrenaline's gonna be out of control because of how much money the thing is.
that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried
Dude,
that
oh my God, it's bad. You're like out there like, oh my God, this is like, I've got my wallet in my hand and a torch in the other hand, and I'm trying to keep them from burning each other. You know?
but the fire looks so good.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I felt the first time I was flying. I was like, I've got hundreds of dollars and a torch, and I'm just aiming the heat at it, and if I hit it, it's gonna burn. That's the way I looked at it. Like, man, it's a good adrenaline rush. If you're rich, you're not scared. I was out there, I was terrified because I am not rich.
I'm with you.
I was terrified.
But I'm more worried that like I'm going to sit there and baby this thing and just do like the little hop, you know, because I'm not wanting to hurt the thing or something. But
Yeah, you'll get over that, man. You might get so much confidence on the sim and go out and fly and be like, this is really fun, and be doing things that you're not thinking are dangerous because you've been flying on the sim. And that's what I hope to hear from you. Yeah, I was out there, I flew through the goal posts, through the goal at the back of a field or something, and that's really where it starts, is like just getting it to go through a goalpost, like, or a soccer goal, because like I've hit that top pole, like thinking I'm low enough, and dong, right. Oh yeah, toasted. A whole top part of my quad just got ripped off, the electronics, everything. Oh yeah. Yep.
well,
I wasn't going slow, you know what I mean? I was smashing. I don't know how to go any slower.
What I will say is I have already been thinking about things that I eventually want to fly through. So my front door and my back door, it's an open pathway between the front and back door. So maybe if I power loop over my roof and then
I'm talking about your home. This is where you sleep, man. What if that thing crashes in there and catches the house on fire? Don't do it.
Oh, well, anyway. Do they catch on fire often if they crash?
Lipos will catch on fire.
Oh, I've heard of lipos catching on fire.
That's the only thing I worry about. Dude, it's your home. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Nobody's going to tell you no. I shake my head and go, I haven't done it. And I have a straight shot from my front door to my slider in the back. And my slider opens all the way up to where it's just opening. Like it's got the 2 tracks or whatever. I won't do it. I'm too terrified of effing up and smashing something that's expensive, or maybe catching the house on fire.
Yeah, or Summer, like, that just happens to be the point when she walks across.
Oh, no. It'll be one of those. She's standing in the hallway with a bat as soon as I see that thing go by. She played softball. She's
look at how
nail that thing.
Look at Jerry as being a voice of reason as well here, telling me, he's like, think of all the views.
Yeah, that is true, Jerry. I agree. I know I could totally pull it off too. I'm capable of, like, I know my skill set is strong enough to do it, but I don't know. I don't want to like disrespect my home in any way. I feel like that's disrespectful to where I sleep, Like there's got to be a boundary somewhere. It's like your home and your
The other thing I worry about though is my neighbor's house across the street from me and the one right next to me. Both their houses are for sale. So if I were to, my house were to catch on fire right next, then people are like, oh, what happened to that house?
Yeah, and the other houses won't sell. I'll be like, yep, he's just moving across the street. He's buying the house across the road. Come on, honey. We're just going to move everything in there that's not damaged. We're going to put ours up for sale when it's fixed.
I see how you think there, Jerry. It's like, oh, don't get me wrong. I would never do it, but he wants me to try it. You know what?
See, that's messed.
I'll go grab a drone tomorrow. It's happening. We'll make sure this works. No. No, you know what, though? You wouldn't have to worry about me burning down my house if I did it tomorrow. You want to know why? I'd never make it through the door. It would just hit against the side of the house.
Hit the siding outside, and you're like out there kicking it into the yard. Stupid drone.
Yeah. Hey, Mark,
Yeah.
what's up? You back for a little bit? If you want, I think I emailed you a link if you want to come in and talk for a little bit. But yeah, one of these days, Justin, Mark and I were wanting to get you racing with us on the Velocidrone, just to
Okay.
see because we're
Where
both
are you guys?
he's starting to do pretty well. I'm starting to do better. In fact,
Okay.
I was going to tell you, Mark. Remember how I was telling you my best time was 2 minutes and 28 seconds or something on this one special track that we do. I did a minute 35 yesterday. Like, destroyed my record, and I only crashed once in that whole lap. So
Wow, that's pretty good. See, I haven't played on the sim in like, God, I don't know. It's probably been a year. How long has it been since I've been on the sim? Somewhere a year?
Oh, at least.
It's been at least a year since I've been on the sim. According to my wife.
maybe we should make it an even fight and have Summer play on the sim, and then yeah,
She doesn't drone.
because then
She's
I'll
like,
be last place.
Does it have to do with the RC truck? No. She really doesn't like flying drones, man. She really doesn't. She's not interested in it. It's crazy. She loves RC trucks with FPV. Like,
Oh, that's
I've got a
cool.
couple of RC truck. Let me go grab it. I'll show you. I've got one with camera in it and stuff. It's pretty dope.
But yeah, Mark, wouldn't it? Game of Drones. I want to go back and I might play that tonight before I go to bed because one thing I noticed is when I'm streaming, like when I was streaming last night, the controller had a little bit of lag to it. Oh, that is big. That thing is huge.
Yeah, it's 1/10 scale. Camera's right here in the bumper. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yep.
See the antenna? Antenna's right there. And I've got it clear so I can put GoPro inside. So we ordered the clear body, and we were just testing it the other day to see if it worked. I
Nice.
bought this truck for $40.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can get this to come in clear. There we go.
Yep, there it is.
There we
Nice.
go. And it's 1/10 scale brushless Traxxas. Picked it up for $40. I had to put in a couple of $100 to fix it so it would work right. But yeah, it's a lot cheaper than buying it. You know, they're like $400 for one of these, and I think I have 200 into it total. So
How fast
Not
does
too
something like
bad.
that go?
right now, Summer's driving it on 2-cell. It can run up on 4-cell. Like, I drove it on 4-cell, and I think it was doing probably close to 70. But yeah, when I stopped, that ESC was scorching hot though. Like, it's probably a 3S. I have a feeling it's a 3S rig, and I was putting it on 4S. I just put a 1500 100C 4S battery in there. Like, let's see what happens. If it doesn't catch on fire, it's tough. But
Nice.
she's driving it on 2S.
How fast
I don't
does it
know
go
if
on
I post-
2S? Like 30 or something?
40 maybe, 40
That's
miles
still
an hour.
fast. That's still really fast.
On pavement, yeah. No, it's not really that fast when you got the goggles on. It don't feel like nothing. You're like, because you're used to driving a car, you know,
Correct.
70
Yeah,
we drive 75 miles an hour on the freeway. But when you're in this little thing and you're going over the gravel or something, it's like, you know, everything's bouncing all over the place. And you're just looking through the goggles. I don't know. It's hilarious. Like, she loves it. She's like, God, like, I hit something. Like, I think, oh yeah, she broke the camera's busted on it. I got to replace it again, man. This is like the 4th one. So she killed the camera. She has a blast. You see that? How
I
it's
wonder if
busted?
you can like recess it in to where it doesn't.
It puts it doesn't have any wide angle to it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try putting it up here inside of the body. I'm gonna put it like inside of this part and maybe make sure that, like, maybe take my heat gun and bulge the plastic out right here or something.
What if
I'm gonna
you-
fiddle around with it and see if we can get some better setup that we can just do some 3D prints and just make sure it's something that just locks right in there.
What if you put like some styrofoam or like some 3D printed stuff like as a box around the front end, and then that would, because I'm sure it's because she's running into walls or running into curbs or whatever it is. with hers.
This is from what did you? Trying to remember what it was. I think it was when she jumped, and it kind of bounced off the front on the pavement. She jumped and it did an endo, and it busted it. And I mean, they're like the camera. I don't even know where I got it from, to be honest with you. It's one of those cheap all-in-one cameras. It doesn't have OSD or anything. But shit, I've got a bunch of them. I think I still have 4 or 5 of them left in my drone room, because I think they came on like Tiny Whoops that I got sent to me. I've repaired a lot of quads for people where they're like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I don't have voltage or anything, and I pull one of those little cameras out and I put a nice camera in for them and a BTX, and I'm like, yeah, just give me $20, and I'm usually screwing myself because I'll probably give them like $50 worth of stuff and I'll only charge them $20. But you know, who else can you take care of other than your friends, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I just realized this whole stream, my title has said Mark's favorite co-host.
Oh, this one's. It says Thursday night chat number 17, hanging out, bringing in a panel.
Yeah, that was. That's the title of the stream, but.
I see that right there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's too late to change it now.
I'm Mark's favorite co-host, huh?
Oh, evidently, we both are.
Where is Mark? Is he? Oh, there's Centroid.
Yeah, he was in here for a little bit. I think he took off again. But I'm actually going to get off here too, probably.
Yeah, I need to get
late,
off.
So
Summer's bugging me that I gotta go eat dinner.
Oh,
it's
there
late.
you go.
It's like 9 o'clock. I haven't even had dinner yet. It's like almost 9 o'clock.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for coming in, Justin. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Anytime you want me, come on, man.
Absolutely.
Just send me an invite. I'll come on. Definitely.
Oh, he is still here. But yeah, we'll let you go have your dinner. Like I said, I only usually like going for about an hour and a half, anyways. So. Yeah,
if you guys are gonna hop on Velocidrone, send me an email with the room that you guys pick, and I'll try my best to get in there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right,
man.
We'll talk to you later, man. Have a good one.
Bye, everybody. You as well.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later.